From WYLN Hazleton, this is WYLN's Late Edition News at 10 with meteorologist Joe Garbacek, sports with Beth Mensinger, anchors Lisa Sugar and L.A. Tyrone. News, weather, sports, features, and more. You're watching WYLN's Late Edition News at 10.
Good evening and welcome to WYLN's Late Edition for Thursday, June 6, 2013. I'm Lisa Sugart. Tonight, tears and hugs as students and faculty say goodbye for the last time. Today, McAdoo Catholic School closed its doors forever. We were there for that special Mass and program. And the community of Freeland is mourning the loss of a man whose name is synonymous with that community. Tonight, a special tribute to Tom Landers. In sports, Beth Mensinger sits down with organizers of this weekend's Weatherly Hill Climb, which will be broadcast live right here on WYLN. And will the weather cooperate for the race and all your weekend plans? Well, meteorologist Joe Garbacek has the answer. But first, Late Edition's look at tonight's top stories. 6 people were taken to area hospitals after this accident on Hazleton's northwest side tonight. It happened at 7:45 at 8th and Emerald Court, the alley between Vine and Alter Streets. The ATV slammed into the side of the minivan, which was headed east on 8th Street. City police tell us the ATV was seen driving at a high rate of speed near 8th and Church Street. Police initially moved to chase him but abandoned it after losing sight of him, so they were not chasing the ATV when the crash occurred. But police tell us a few minutes later they were called to the accident. Police say the ATV flew out of Emerald Court into 8th Street and slammed into the van. The ATV driver was seriously injured and rushed to Geisinger, Wyoming Valley and Plains. He will face charges when released. One person in the van was seriously injured and taken to Hazleton General Hospital on a stretcher. 4 others were injured by flying glass from the impact of the ATV into that van. The Hazleton Area School Board primary has officially been challenged in court. Board incumbent Carmela Yankevich and 19 other voters took court action today, and the county has come up with a plan to hold a new election in the Schuylkill and Luzerne County portions of the district, with Luzerne paying the bill.
Well, Luzerne County is willing to present a solution that will cost approximately $10,000. It will provide absentee ballots to the people who voted in Carbon County and Schuylkill County. That's one option that we are willing to present, and obviously if the court doesn't agree with that option, we'll move forward with whatever the court wants to go with.
Yankevich and the voters are represented by Wilkes-Barre attorney Bill Vinsco, who says the county's plan is workable and fair.
The idea is to right the potential wrongs that occurred in the May 21st election. This is not a Republican or a Democrat or an independent issue. This is an election issue, and the integrity of the election law is at stake. Luzerne County has recognized that, Attorney Pedri, Mr. McGinley, and also Mr. Lawton. So we appreciate the assistance, and it's nice to work together. And we hope that we can move forward and not worry about what happened, but how we're going to resolve the problem. And it looks like all indications are that it's going to be completely resolved.
Now, there is a court hearing June 20th. Protesters can argue against the plan, and a judge will issue a final order. If the absentee ballot plan is approved, it's likely to happen in July. There are 3 election deadlines in August. The first is the last day to circulate petitions. The 8th is the last day to pull out, and the 13th is the last day for those who won primary nominations to pull out. The problem with the HASB election is that Steve Hahn's name was on the ballot in Schuylkill and Carbon counties, even though he had pulled out 2 months earlier. Well, at around 8:45 this morning, Hazleton police were called to the Heights Terrace Elementary Middle School for reports of a man with a firearm on school property.
Naturally, when you're getting a call to respond to any of your schools for men with guns, a man with a gun, it's a heightened response, and there is no time lost to get to a school. We've just had all of these training exercises, and so naturally when a school calls today, we got a guy with a gun, we respond quickly.
Once on scene, Police Chief Frank DeAndrea said they arrested 27-year-old Stephen Rivera and 25-year-old Jorge Rosado, both of Hazleton. During the investigation, they found a fully loaded handgun on the right side of Rivera's body. He was charged with possession of a firearm on school property. And during the arrest, the other man, Rosado, was charged with disorderly conduct.
although open carry is an amendment right, and I have always been a proponent of it, you cannot carry a weapon, whether it be openly or concealed, on school property. That is a law. And so when someone is on school property across the driveway from the elementary middle school, the elementary middle school did a phenomenal job. They went into a restricted movement. Now, the other individual, Mr. Rosado, is inside of the school, and the principal is saying, you can't leave, we're in restricted movement. At which time Mr. Rosado leaves the school, adding to the heightened state of alert that the school is in, thinking, well, what is now going on if this guy refuses to stay and runs out of the school?
Both men will face charges during preliminary hearings before District Magistrate Joseph Zola. Another major drug bust in Tamaqua. 13 people were arrested in a raid this morning. Police Chief Rick Weaver said more than 30 drug buys were made over 7 months. They specifically targeted heroin, methamphetamine, cocaine, and prescription pills. Those arrested were arraigned on charges before District Judge Stephen Bayer. Now, this was the third drug sweep in 3 weeks. A federal judge has tossed Governor Tom Corbett's lawsuit against the NCAA this morning. Judge Yvette Kane of the Middle District Court in Harrisburg called the suit a Hail Mary pass. Elsewhere, in her opinion, she said she could not, quote, find any factual allegations supporting Corbett's allegation of concerted action. The suit claimed antitrust violations. Kane said the questions the case raises are important matters of public debate, but are not antitrust grounds. She added that even if penalties make it harder for Penn State to recruit good football players, that would not make it an antitrust case. Penn State was not a party to that suit. Well, it has been 17 years since we saw the tiny and noisy cicada bugs. Late Edition's Ann Gownley has the story of them and where you can find them.
After living underground up and down the East Coast for nearly 17 years, billions of cicadas have resurfaced and are making plenty of noise. According to experts, this part of the United States is the only place in the world where the 17-year cicada cycle occurs, from Connecticut down the coast to North Carolina. We stopped by Locust Lake State Park in Ryan Township and spoke with Robin Tracy, the environmental educator for the park, about the cicadas. Although there are plenty of myths about this particular bug, Tracy says they are not as bad as the bugs many compare them to.
They get a bad rap. People think that they are a lot like locusts, which is not true. They are completely different families. Locusts are grasshoppers. These are more closely related to leafhoppers. So I think a lot of people get worried that they think they're going to do a lot of damage to the trees, which is not the case.
While Glenn Copestick and his family were camping at Locust Lake for the week, he says he has yet to see them, but has heard them when he goes hiking.
No, it wasn't disturbing, but it's constant, and I can't say at night, no, but while we were hiking towards the top of the mountains here, or the hills, whichever you want to call them, as we got to the top, you could definitely hear them.
Tracy explains to us the life expectancy of the cicadas.
Actually, what will happen is as adults, they breed, and they will lay their eggs, like I said, at the ends of twigs, and it takes about 6 to 10 weeks for those eggs to emerge and become adults, and then they lay eggs and then they die.
And for many, once the buzzing is gone for the season, it'll take another 17 years until another generation of cicadas make their presence known. In Ryan Township for WYLN's Late Edition, I'm Ann Gownley.
Thank you, Ann. Yet another delay in the trial of accused killer Hugo Selinski. He was slated to stand trial June 24th for the murders of pharmacist Michael Kurkowski and Kurkowski's girlfriend Tammy Fassett back in 2002. But this morning, Judge Fred Pirantoni put it off until August 5th. He said it was done in fairness to both parties and in the interest of justice. These charges were filed in 2006 after Selinski was acquitted in the killings of Frank James and Adelaide Kyler, whose bodies were found buried in the backyard of his Kingston Township home. Selinski is already serving 32.5 to 65 years in state prison on a Monroe County home invasion conviction. The Hazleton Integration Project's Hazleton One Community Center will have an official grand opening on June 17th, and Tampa Bay Rays manager Joe Madden will be here to do the cutting. The Rays made the announcement today. The center is in the former MPB school on 4th and Seibert Streets in Hazleton. The Rays say Madden will be accompanied by Governor Tom Corbett's Deputy Chief of Staff Luke Bernstein, State Senator John Udechak, State Representative Tara Toohill, Mayor Joe Yanuzzi, and others. Again, that grand opening slated for June 17th. The Scranton-Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders are getting some last-minute things ready for their 3rd annual Allied Services auction on Saturday. Last year, the auction was postponed due to ballpark renovations at PNC Field, but now it's back and bigger than ever. Karen Luciano is Corporate Services Manager for the Rail Riders.
We have the whole team come out and we have autographs available with everyone and all these great auction items available for people to bid on. It's only $5 a ticket to get in. That gets you one random autograph table, and it also gets you access to all the great items we have for auction.
Some of the things available for bidding include autographed items from all the major U.S. sports, gift certificates to restaurants, movie theaters, and a bunch of other local vendors. There are also a few special game-worn jerseys.
The other great piece this year that we're going to be doing is a jersey, which was created by some local kids to highlight some awareness for autism. So the jerseys will be worn by the team that night during the game and available for auction during the day and then into the game that night.
The auction will benefit the Allied Services Pediatric Program, which helps children with a variety of physical and developmental challenges achieve both short and long-term rehabilitation goals. The 3rd annual Allied Services auction kicks off Saturday at 1 p.m. and will last until about 3 at PNC Field in Moosic. If you're interested in tickets, they are available at the door, or you can give the Rail Riders a call at 969-2255. How would you like to enjoy a tasty breakfast and help out a great cause at the same time? It's a short stack for a tall cause, an Applebee's Flapjack fundraiser breakfast to benefit SAFE. Now, SAFE stands for Supporting Autism in Families Everywhere. The breakfast takes place this Saturday, June 8th from 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and Bar, 253 Wilkes-Barre Township Boulevard in Wilkes-Barre. The cost $6 per person, $4.50 for children 12 and under. For tickets and information, call SAFE at 822-7259 or Dolphus Tiart at 328-5099. Again, the breakfast is this Saturday from 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. at Applebee's in Wilkes-Barre. Some sad news tonight. Esther Williams has died. She was a stellar competitive swimmer who became a silver screen beauty in the 40s and 50s. She turned to show business after the 1940 Olympics were canceled by World War II. She first starred in the San Francisco Aquacade Revue, which was described as Broadway musical in swimsuits. Her co-star was former Olympian Johnny Weissmuller, who was best known as Tarzan. She appeared in more than 20 films throughout the 50s, including Bathing Beauty, Neptune's Daughter, and $1 Million Mermaid. Esther Williams died this morning in California. She was 91 years old. And you're invited to take a musical road trip this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and you can do it from a seat in the audience.
MPB Players is conducting our annual variety show, and as usual we're doing it to benefit a local charity. This year we're doing it to benefit United Rehabilitation Services of Hazleton, so a portion of our proceeds will go to them. This year's variety show is something a little different. Our theme is Road Trip USA, and basically we've taken all of the songs that we could think of that have the name of a U.S. city or a state and put them all together into one big trip.
Now, the MPB Players, under the direction of Judy Ann McGrogan, will take you from New York City all the way to California and Hawaii with their singing and dancing talents. The cast of 45 will take to the stage tomorrow and Saturday at 7 p.m. and with a Sunday matinee at 2. Performances are held in the basement of Trinity Lutheran Church, 100 North Church Street, Hazleton. There is an elevator available. Tickets will be sold at the door, $6 for adults, $3 for kids. Come out and enjoy this wonderful performance and help out URS at the same time. They always do a great job with the MPB Players. And that's a look at tonight's top stories. Well, what does the forecast have in store for us this weekend? Meteorologist Joe Garbachik's in the Weather Center now with a preview. Joe?
Thanks very much, Lisa. We've been having the rain across our area today. We'll have some more as we head into tonight. What about tomorrow and this upcoming weekend? Will the rain move away in time? I'll let you know coming up next.
Heritage SureSave, your neighborhood full-service supermarket. Come see for yourself. They have the freshest selection of meats, cheese, and produce. Baked goods made fresh on premises. They have an in-store butcher who is happy to accommodate your special orders. Be sure to stop in and check out their unadvertised specials. You'll find them throughout the store. See their flyer for weekly specials. Heritage SureSave, your neighborhood full-service supermarket. This week at Heritage, they have their best ever offer from Hers potato chips, tortilla chips, cheese curls, or pretzels. Your choice. Only $1.88. The Red Cross presents a night of laughs, luck, and comedy at Genetti's Best Western in Hazleton, Friday, June 7th at 7 p.m. Cash prizes will be awarded throughout the evening up to $20,000. For more information, call 570-823-7161. WYLN TV 35 is looking to hire a highly motivated, energetic salesperson for the Hazleton and surrounding areas. We offer a competitive salary and benefits package. Call 956-5772. Community Services for Sight will hold the 5th Annual Festival of Sight June 8th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Community Park in Hazel Township. Entertainment, crafts, food, games, tricky trays, airplane rides, a car show, and more. For more information, call Lori 455-0421.
Join us this week on Wellness Through Physical Therapy. Ting is going to explain to us what carpal tunnel syndrome is, and surprisingly, you may not need surgery to cure it. His solutions, they're coming up this week on Wellness Through Physical Therapy. Join us.
Hurricane season officially began June the 1st, and we have a tropical storm to talk about. Her name happens to be Andrea, down toward the south in Florida, and boy, Florida is getting hit with a lot of heavy rain, and that system continues to make its way toward the north and east at about 14 miles per hour. Now, this is Andrea right here, tropical storm. Her winds are sustained at 50 miles per hour. And she's going to remain a tropical storm. She's not going to become a hurricane at all. She's going to continue to make her way toward the north and east. And we'll be seeing some effects of Andrea, but the good news is she's going to stay far enough toward the east at this point to give us a significant amount of rain, but nevertheless we're going to see a healthy amount of rain from the system that moved through today. Combine it with what's left of Andrea as she makes her way toward the north and east, and we can be looking at total rain totals anywhere between 1 to as much as 2 inches of rain. Definitely not out of the question. Live 35 Skycast Doppler. Yeah, it's been a while since we had a soaking rain, so this thing has gone haywire tonight, but it'll be back up, and we'll be able to show you the latest frames on the next part of the weather segment. All right, we're at 57 degrees, our live Lehigh Tire conditions outside our station in Hazleton. Humidity coming in at 100%. And notice the rainfall since the midnight hour. We've already picked up 1/3 of an inch of precipitation. You see the winds coming in at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Our Robert Stevens Face and Body Almanac page for the day. All we can do is get up to 61. That's below the average high of 75. 95 and 42 the record still stand. 5:32, 8:33 sunrise and sunset for the daytime hours of tomorrow. Temperature wise across our area, 57 New Angola, 63 in Berwick, 61 in Monoy City, and 61 in Shenandoah. Up in the Wyoming Valley area, temperatures holding in the 60s. Notice the wind's really not much of a factor. And there is a look at the satellite and radar. You can see the healthy amount of rain coming through our area. You're seeing some breaks in the rain now as you head a little further toward the northeast, and a little bit some more rain out toward the west. And then we'll have to deal with some rain from the south, making its way toward the north and east as we progress through, especially tomorrow and as we go into tomorrow night. Skycast precipitation keeps the rain with us through tomorrow. Notice a noontime hour, 1 o'clock. It could be a couple breaks in the rainfall from time to time. Then another batch of rain comes through as we head into tomorrow and tomorrow night. Some of it could be heavy at times. And we keep this moving along into our Saturday morning. Notice a lot of clouds around. This latest computer model run is not showing a heck of a lot of green at this point for Saturday. In fact, we'll keep this moving along. Maybe a couple of scattered showers around for Saturday, still keeping them in the threat for our forecast. But again, for that Weatherly Hill climb, it doesn't look too bad. It's not going to be a washout by all means for Saturday. I may have to dodge a couple of scattered showers at best, but overall, it could be much worse. We're not going to see that soaking rain like we're seeing today, tonight, tomorrow, and tomorrow night. Notice temperatures as we head into tomorrow with those overcast skies and rain. It's going to be cool. I don't think we're going to get out of the 60s for daytime highs. And before all is said and done, we're looking at a healthy amount of rain, 1 to as much as 2 inches of rain. Looks like it could fall across our area. So there she goes toward the north and east, but the heaviest of rain should stay toward the east. But still, we're seeing a healthy amount of rain. It's been a while since we saw soaking rain. There's a track of Andrea as she makes her way toward the north and east. 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, she'll already be up here. So again, tonight and tomorrow, still have the rain to deal with. Only in the 60s for daytime highs for tomorrow on the extended forecast brought to you by the Wire Guys, a division of Arc Electric. And as we go into Saturday, could be a couple of leftover scattered showers around. Other than that, a mix of clouds and sunshine. Still a lot of clouds around, though. 72. Not looking bad for Sunday, a mix of clouds and sunshine. Maybe a stray shower, but that's it, 72. And some more showers and storms for Monday. And even heading into next week, could be looking at a few more scattered showers here and there. Our evening Pennsylvania lottery numbers, a daily 508, the big 4, 4879. Quinto numbers looking like this, 97567. And a cash 5, 4, 17, 28, 32, and 40. Lisa.
Thanks, Joe. Yet another Catholic school in our area closes its doors forever. We'll have that story next on Late Edition.
All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Tamaqua, PA is a 3-generation family-owned and operated dealership entering their 33rd year of business and continues to uphold the family philosophy that every customer should be treated as part of the family. Stop in and let them show you how they honor these values. You'll meet a family member in every department, from finding your new car in sales to low interest rates and financing and extending your vehicle's life and service.
Give us the opportunity to show you. We're big enough to serve you, but small enough to know you.
When it comes to the Wire Guys, you are going to have an amazing experience. And if it means giving you back your money, plus, I'm going to do it. We guarantee everything. 112% money back guarantee. Labor and material guaranteed for a year. So you don't really need to worry about it. You're going to walk up to the wall, throw the switch, put your power cords in the outlets, and everything is the way it's supposed to be. Call me. Your time is valuable. If we're late, you get paid.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, announcing how everybody can make the Grand Central connection with the grand opening of our second location on Route 93 across from Berger Family Dealerships. During our grand opening celebration, take part in our weekly $300 Hazel Park gift certificate giveaway. Grand opening price is up to 50% off, free delivery, and up to 36 months interest-free financing. And remember, shop Grand Central, where your house becomes a home.
Hey everyone, want some close-to-home fun? Join the Keystone Active Zone Passport program to create your own backyard adventure exploring parks, trails, and events. It's fun, easy, and it's free. This year's Passport has more than 30 stops. Enjoy Riverfest in Wilkes-Barre and Pittston. Explore the Delaware and Lehigh National Heritage Corridor and more. Register at kazpassport.org. Visit as many stops as you want. Each stop has a question. Find the answers and log them in on the website. Start exploring today.
Hi, I'm Liz Tolan. I'd like to invite you to the first annual COPS event. It's taking place on September 21st right here at the Butler Township Community Center. This event, brought to you by WYLN 35 in Hazleton, the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance, and other area sponsors, will consist of a 5K run, 5K walk, kids fun run, open air concert, free cookout for the community, crafters, tricky trays, and so much more. Proceeds from this event will go to benefit 4 area police departments. When you call these men and the men and women they serve with, they're going to be there for you. Won't you take one day out of your busy schedule and be there for them?
WYLN Sports, broadcasting live June 8th and 9th at the Weatherly Hill Climb. WYLN Sports will take you up the hill, past the Devil's Hook, around the hairpin turn, and through the Dutchman. All the turn-by-turn coverage of the Weatherly Hill Climb live on WYLN TV 35. Saturday, June 8th from noon to 4 p.m. Sunday, June 9th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. WYLN, the station to turn to when you want live sports. WYLN, we're your local network.
Welcome back. Well, there were tears and hugs as another Catholic elementary school in our area closed its doors for the very last time. The last day of school is usually jubilant with students looking forward to summer vacation. But this last day of school at McAdoo Catholic Elementary School in McAdoo was filled with tears and emotion. The reason? These students and faculty will not be returning to their beloved school in the fall because the Diocese of Allentown has decided to close McAdoo Catholic forever.
This is just, it's a great school. It's a wonderful school, and we just wish that somehow we could have found a way to keep it going. I think it is a big loss in our community. I think it's a big loss for our children. It's a terrible disservice to the community and to the students at large. This is a school where they received a wonderful education, not just from the books, but they were learned to be good, strong people of good moral character. They learned to practice their religion. They learned to be faithful Catholics. And the lessons they learned here will be hard to find in another school.
7th grade teacher Julie Walko expressing the feelings of many as this final day of class was filled with prayer and fellowship.
The Mass is the best way we have of thanking the Lord, and what we want to do on this last day is thank the Lord for all the good that these students have experienced here at the school and the many students in the years past, in all these years that the school has been here. We concluded it giving each of the students a little memento of the school, a stone with a cross on it. They keep those memories with them. And we also blessed a living memorial, a tree that we planted between the school and the church.
Monsignor William Baker is pastor of All Saints Church. While students and teachers must now find new schools for the fall, school principal Sister Mary Sue Carwile will be leaving this area for good.
We gave Sister Mary Sue, the principal, a little gift. This is the first time she'd been in the coal regions. So it was a piece of coal with a coal miner etched on it, so she can remember us as she goes on. She'll be working down in Virginia.
Julie Walko is one of the teachers who will have to find work elsewhere. She is saddened by the diocese decision.
I've been teaching here for 8 years, and I've been in the field of education for a lot longer. The students at McAdoo Catholic they're just positively amazing. They're caring, they're kind, they love each other, they're dedicated students, they're hard workers, they're trustworthy, they're just a wonderful group of kids that we as the teachers feel a little piece of them belongs to us, and we're going to miss them greatly, and we wish them the best of luck. And we know that they have the foundation that they will succeed no matter where they go.
While students cherish their final hours with friends and faculty, they also express their love for the school and the people in it.
Well, it's really hard for me to leave this place because I just came here and it's my family and I don't want to leave my home. And my teacher's like a second mom to me. I'm going to miss all my friends, everything. I improved on my grades. I've never been so happy in my life until I came here. And it's just going to be really hard for me to leave. And I just love everyone here. It's just nice having a small class, and my grades have been higher, just like Jolene's. And Jolene and I have known each other since we were little, and we've never really had the close connection to everyone in our class from our old school. It's just great for there.
I'm really going to miss Mrs. Walko and all the other teachers. They've been a great help for my education and for my future. I just hope I get to see them again. And I'm really planning ahead on my future, try to go to a dance college and going to Marion High School. I'm just really going to miss this place. It's been an honor to meet these people.
What made today so difficult was the fact that parents, teachers, and the entire community did their best to raise the funds needed to keep this school open. A campaign was launched to raise $130,000 and enroll 93 new students. While just $20,000 shy of that goal, a letter was sent home announcing the diocese's decision to close it at the end of this school year. A statement from the diocese cited that enrollment had declined almost 30% from 2007 and was below 90 students for much of this year. It said the loss of tuition coupled with rising costs required sponsoring parishes to borrow money and deplete savings to save the school.
It's a sad thing. Many people worked very hard this year and in previous years to support the school. We really had a tremendous effort here that just fell a little bit short. But I think the note we want to go out on is a note of gratitude, a note of all the goodness that this school meant. And it's important to remember that, and that goes with the children as they go on in their lives and their education.
One parent chose not to give us her name, but she did not hold back on her feelings on how this school's closing will impact the entire community.
My thoughts on the school closing is how sad. I keep thinking about how a few years ago we had so many churches in McAdoo and they closed them except for this one. And now they've closed the only religious school left in the town. And I think back to the recent events in McAdoo with a major drug bust in this tiny little town. And all I could think of is, who's rejoicing today with all this sadness? It can't be God. Who's rejoicing, God or Satan today?
There were cameras everywhere, smiles and tears, and the students who had one final message, a message they will take with them wherever they go. We thank Mike Lula for getting all those interviews for us today, and we wish everybody at McAdoo Catholic good luck in their new schools next year. Sports with Beth is next when we come right back.
The Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce welcomes all vendors and crafters to participate in the Downtown Hazleton Farmers Market beginning Saturday, July 13th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at 20 West Broad Street. To become a vendor, call 570-455-1509 or email info@hazletonchamber.org.
It's known as the Tricky Triangle, a track whose sum total equals a challenge like nowhere else.
Smoke is boiling between Bush and Johnson.
It is Pocono Raceway, where the first race was won by a king. Every race is full throttle to the photo finish.
Virtual dead heat.
And wrecks are not the end, but the start of a comeback. This is Pocono Raceway, where history is measured in right angles.
Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. You're going to meet Christy Legg, and she's going to tell you how a very simple thing she was doing was giving her a hard time with her spine, and how very quickly Dr. John was able to help her feel so much better. Her story is coming up this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. Join us.
Welcome to the first half of sports, and tonight we are honored to have the presence of two very special guests, two pros to Late Edition here. They've come in to talk about the Weatherly Hill Climb a few times. We have Mayor Tom Connors, and we have Al Carrazza from Fairway Subaru. He is a sales manager there and also a driver in the hill climb. So first off, big weekend coming up. I know there's a lot of preparation going on. How's everything working out so far?
Everything's going fantastic. We have a lot of drivers down here today, which is amazing. Usually they come in on Friday, early in the morning, afternoon, but we have 10, 15 drivers there earlier this afternoon, so they're ready to go. It's going good.
Well, obviously, people have been coming into the borough. You just said that the drivers are there, but it's not just the race. Give us a little preview on what's happening tomorrow and kind of getting everything started, kicking off the weekend.
Tomorrow we have a kickoff parade at 7 o'clock, unless the weather changes that. Saturday morning, we start our hill climb, and then we have fireworks set for Saturday night, so everybody's welcome to come down and see the fireworks. And we also have our community yard sales this weekend. We have about 50 homes signed up for it. There's usually 10 more that do it. So we have about 60 families having yard sales. Rain or shine, it's going to be a great weekend.
Of course. If people aren't familiar with the hill climb, Mayor, if you want to give them kind of a little insight on what the hill climb consists of, what it really is.
Well, I don't know if I'm the best one to do that, but the way I describe the hill climb is that there are some crazy roads all across the country, and Weatherly's blessed to have one of them. And drivers come from all over to race this road. And it's an exciting time. It's a family event. It's for 2 days, and everybody's welcome. The drivers are fantastic, all kind of different cars, different classes of cars, and it's pretty exciting. It's a free event. It's a great time to bring your family and enjoy it.
Absolutely. And speaking of drivers, tell us what it's really like when you get in your car and you're going up that 1 mile hill around these 3 or 4 crazy turns with the jump. You'll see it all here on WILN on Saturday and Sunday, but from a driver's perspective.
Well, it's quite a thrill going up that hill. It's a road that you really can't get right. You know, it's very hard to negotiate that hill because of the turns and the inclination, and then of course the jump going over the hill. It is quite an exciting road.
And you've been a part of it. How many years have you been doing the hill climb?
I've been driving it for 9 years now. Like I said, still haven't got it right. So
keep working on it.
Yeah.
It's kind of, you just got to keep working on it. It's interesting.
It's just a lot of fun, and it's a huge stress relief for me personally. But I really like driving the hill with my Subaru.
And speaking of Subaru and Fairway is such a big help and a big sponsor in the Weatherly Hill Climb. Just talk about how you guys really appreciate and how you guys look forward to it as Fairway Subaru.
Well, we really look forward to it because it's a great event. It helps out the community of Weatherly and all the youth groups that are involved there. And it gives us an opportunity to showcase what a Subaru is all about and the all-wheel drive capabilities going up the sharp corners and stuff like that. And hey, even if we get some rain Saturday morning, good enough. The Subaru all-wheel drive will take care of that.
Yeah, I guess so. Sounds good. Hopefully no rain. We're fingers crossed there.
Well, Joe promises good weather. So
he said we might have a passing shower or two, but that'll be okay.
The race will go on. The town will be open, so
absolutely.
Don't worry about them little bit of sprinkles. Weatherly's open for business.
And how Al was kind of getting into, you do have a huge food court there with the Boy Scouts and a bunch of different churches.
All homemade food, all the nonprofit groups come out, so there's plenty to eat. It's all reasonably priced. You know, you won't go home hungry. You can actually walk up through the woods and see the race at different angles, you know, turn 2 and then at the top. At the top, usually the cars are airborne, am I correct?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
right? Yeah. Yeah, he kids you not. He's a good driver. I mean, he's one of the best there, and we're always happy to see him. And we're thankful for Fairway Subaru to be part of this event. So.
Okay, so other than behind the driver's seat, in the driver's seat behind the wheel, what's the best spot, do you think, to check out the hill climb?
I like it from the bottom myself. I like being down on the bottom when the cars line up. You could smell the cars. They're all together. It's the noise. It's seeing the drivers. That's what I like. But some people have their own particular point. Like I said, there's turn 2. There's the top. There's the places in between. You almost see the same people sitting in the same spots event after event. So anywhere you go, it's exciting. It's a good place to be. And we really encourage everybody to come down because everybody's welcome. We're so close, and come on down and see us.
Absolutely, and if you can't make it out, we will be broadcasting it Saturday and Sunday. Saturday we will be starting around 12 o'clock, and Sunday we'll start at 11. And also, if you didn't see it, check out the Outside the Press Box Hill Climb preview. That's running tomorrow night at 6 p.m. and then Saturday right before all the racing fun begins right here on WILN, and that was hosted by me and Kenny Cara. Al's in that. I know Joe Seibert was in that, so it's a great show and obviously a great weekend, so thank you guys for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay, Lisa's back next with the top story recaps.
Oh my God, look at those two over there. Hey, you two, how'd you get to look so good?
We went to the Lazy Dog Salon at 525 North Broad Street in West Hazelton. They handle all our grooming, dematting and brush outs, heavy de-sheds, clippered or hand-scissored cuts, nail clipping and filing, ear care, and more.
Ooh, and they offer baths too, like all-natural baths to enhance our coats, medicated baths, hypoallergenic, flea and tick, de-skunk, and more.
Wow, I'm making my appointment today.
Me too.
All new episodes of Off the Beaten Path start June 12th at 11:30. Check your local listings for rebroadcast times.
Recapping tonight's top stories, 6 people were taken to area hospitals after an accident on Hazelton's northwest side tonight. It happened around 7:45 at 8th and Emerald Court, the alley between Vine and Alter Streets. The ATV slammed into the side of the minivan, which was headed east on 8th. City police say the ATV was seen driving at a high rate of speed near 8th and Church. Police initially moved to chase him but abandoned it after losing sight of him. So they were not chasing the ATV when the crash occurred. But police say a few minutes later they were called to the accident. The ATV flew out of Emerald Court into 8th Street and slammed into the van. The ATV driver was seriously injured and rushed to Geisinger, Wyoming Valley. He'll face charges when released. 1 person in the van was seriously hurt and taken to Hazelton General. 4 others were injured by flying glass from the impact of that crash. The Hazelton Area School Board primary has officially been challenged in court. Board incumbent Carmela Yankiewicz and 19 other voters took court action today. And the county has come up with a plan to hold a new election in the Schuylkill and Luzerne County portions of the district, with Luzerne paying the bill.
Luzerne County is willing to present a solution that will cost approximately $10,000. It will provide absentee ballots to the people who voted in Carbon County and Schuylkill County. That's one option that we are willing to present, and obviously if the court doesn't agree with that option, we'll move forward with whatever the court wants to go with.
Yankiewicz and the voters are represented by Wilkes-Barre attorney Bill Vinsco, who says the county's plan is workable and fair.
The idea is to right the potential wrongs that occurred in the May 21st election. This is not a Republican or a Democrat or an independent issue. This is an election issue, and the integrity of the election law is at stake. Luzerne County has recognized that, Attorney Pedri, Mr. McGinley, and also Mr. Lawton. So we appreciate the assistance, and it's nice to work together, and we hope that we can move forward and not worry about what happened, but how we're going to resolve the problem, and it looks like all indications are that it's going to be completely resolved.
There's a court hearing June 20th. If the absentee ballot plan's approved, it's likely to happen in July. Now, the problem was that Steve Hahn's name was on the ballot in Schuylkill and Carbon counties, even though he was pulled off Luzerne's ballot 2 months earlier. And that is a look at tonight's recaps. When we come back, remembering a Freeland icon. And Beth is back in with the second half of sports.
Still got some more rain in a forecast. Find out when all of this rain will move out of here with the 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
The Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home Incorporated at 542 North Wyoming Street in Hazelton, serving the greater Hazelton area since 1890 and still family owned and operated, offers convenient parking, handicapped accessibility, seating for over 150 people, casket, cremation product showrooms to accommodate traditional, cremation, and pre-planned funerals. The Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home Incorporated, 570-454-3341.
During these changing times, is your insurance program up to date? I'm local Allstate agent Gary McNeilis. I invite you to come into our office or give us a call. We'll help you be sure that you have the proper coverage to take care of all your family's needs at a price you can afford. Now more than ever, you need to be in good hands to protect everything that's important to you. Our team of insurance professionals and I will be honored to serve you. Are you in good hands?
Go hog wild for Iron Pigs Baseball. WILN is televising the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs Live, America's favorite pastime on your local network, WILN TV 35. See the Major League Stars of tomorrow at Coca-Cola Park. Don't miss any of the games here on WILN TV 35. Visit WILNTV.com for a complete Iron Pig schedule. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs on WILN, your home for live sports.
Well, tonight, the borough of Freeland is mourning the loss of a historian, a leader, a role model, and a friend. Anyone who knew anything about Freeland knew Tom Landers, and Tom Landers knew everything about the borough he loved. Tonight, the Freeland community and the entire Hazelton area is mourning the loss of the man whose name was synonymous with Freeland, Tom Landers.
As a kid growing up in Freeland, everybody just knew Tommy. You know, we came to the Y as kids. And, you know, he did what you just saw me doing, that gym time, that's what he did. And, you know, it was important for kids in the 70s, 80s here in Freeland that, you know, he did that gym time.
Joe Flanagan is executive director of the Freeland YMCA. We talked with him inside the gymnasium, which now bears the name of his predecessor and longtime friend. Flanagan took over that post after Landers retired after spending 27 years with the Y.
You never take over for a guy like that. I just, you know, you can't replace him. You know, I'm just, you know, trying to keep his legacy alive and going because the opportunity he gave me as a kid, I'm trying to do that to other kids.
But Tom Landers was not just about the Y. He loved all of Freeland, and he knew its history like the back of his hand.
Great storyteller, had a million stories, and, you know, it's something that, you know, you have to, you know, you had to experience with him, and just a good man.
This is video from this year's St. Patrick's Day Parade in Freeland. Proud of his heritage, he had an instrumental role in the Sons of Aaron organization. And even though he was retired, Tom Landers still continued to give back to the community he loved.
The amazing thing about Tommy, even though he retired from the Y, he still came. He was our honorary chairman for our capital campaign, and up until a month ago at our last meeting, he was at our meetings for it. So it just shows the dedication and the time he put into the Y.
Freeland Mayor Tammy Martin issued the following statement on the loss of her dear friend. The Freeland community suffered a huge hit today with the loss of Tom Landers. Tom was a man who got up every day, carried himself with dignity, and spent his life molding the lives of children. The children were his top concern, and he was one man who, no matter what kind of person you were, he always treated you with the utmost respect, and that earned him the respect he so deserved. Thoughts and prayers go out to Alice. Alice found her soulmate in Tommy, and that showed in the love they shared. Rest in peace, Tommy. You will be missed by everyone who had the pleasure of knowing you.
His wishes to his family, his wife Alice, who has been with him, you know, ever since I could remember. Just best wishes, and you know, we lost a good man.
Everyone here at WYLN extends our sincere condolences to the family and the many, many friends of Tom Landers. I personally enjoyed interviewing him over the years. He was always a class act and always had some great stories. We send our condolences to his family. Beth will be back in with sports when we come right back.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer, dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, an outside grill, and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
Managing risk is more than just buying an insurance policy. At Dreyfus, our approach is different. We have 25 risk management professionals who have the tools and experience to help our clients avoid and survive unexpected events. We can help you with risk transfer, OSHA requirements, safe workplace, cybersecurity, and claims management. All of these go well beyond an insurance policy. We're also independent, so we can access dozens of insurance carriers like Grange Insurance, who can insure your auto, home, business, and life. Dreyfus Insurance since 1901 and Grange Insurance since 1935. We're committed to helping you manage risk.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
What in the... Tom, it is 2 a.m.
You know, I just love this on-demand thing. Tons of extra choices, pause, rewind.
You are always here watching my on-demand. Why don't you just get rid of your dish and get digital cable yourself?
You know, I'd love to. But I still have 7 months left on my contract.
Service Electric Digital Cable with On-Demand. The best TV in the neighborhood.
Join us at Carmen's Country Inn, where Happily Ever After begins on Sunday, June 30th from noon until 3 for the wedding show of the season, Beautiful Beginnings. The area's finest in service and products will be on hand to show you how you can make your dream day come true. Enjoy a fashion show by Wedding Bells Bridal Shop. Sample a wine designed especially for the occasion by Simply Homebrew. Not planning a wedding? Join us anyway for great ideas on how to make your next social event spectacular. Join us and bring your friends. This event is free and open to the public.
Alex Rodriguez hasn't spoken publicly since word came that MLB is likely to seek 100-game suspensions for him and other players linked to the clinic in Florida. But he put out a written statement today. It read in part, quote, "I will monitor the situation and comment when appropriate," adding, "I am down here doing my job and working hard and will continue to do so until I'm back playing." Nationals pitcher Steven Strasburg is on the DL. Strasburg was pulled after 2 innings in his last start Friday against Atlanta as he was grimacing and flexing his shoulder. He said his back had been bothering him while warming up for his previous few starts, but would feel fine once the game started. Strasburg is 3-5 with a 2.54 ERA. The Reds' ace Johnny Cueto went back on the 15-day disabled list with a sore muscle behind his pitching shoulder. It's the second time this season he's been on the DL. Cueto was on the DL from April 15th to May 19th with a strained muscle behind his right shoulder. He said the problem is in roughly the same spot, the back of his shoulder, but not nearly as severe. The Boston Bruins will be without one of their top penalty killers for the rest of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Center Gregory Campbell will be out of the lineup with a broken right fibula. He blocked a shot by Evgeny Malkin during a penalty kill in the second period last night. He stayed on the ice for the rest of the Pittsburgh's power play before limping to the bench in pain. Campbell has 3 goals and 4 assists in the postseason. George Karl is out in Denver less than a month after winning the NBA's Coach of the Year award. Karl's tenure with the Nuggets is over after 8.5 seasons. Karl had a year left on his contract. It appears he left and was not forced out. He has not commented. Karl guided the 3rd youngest team in the NBA to the 3rd best record in the Western Conference with a franchise record 57 wins, but they did get knocked out in the first round of the playoffs for the 4th straight season. Several NBA teams have coaching openings, and Karl is expected to be a hot commodity. And the French Open women's final will include 2 big names. Defending champion Maria Sharapova will face Serena Williams, the top American in the Open. Both won their matches earlier today. The final on the clay is set for Saturday. Now let's check out our scoreboard tonight. First, in the PIAA state playoffs, a ton of games postponed, including the Tamaqua versus Abington Heights game. For baseball, new time is tomorrow, 4 p.m. at Bloom U. But the Holy Redeemer girls did play in Allentown against Conwell Egan. The Royals win 5-3 and are heading to face Brandywine Heights on Monday. Game 1 of the NBA Finals between the Miami Heat and the San Antonio Spurs. Heat lead by 1 in the third. In the NHL Western Conference Finals, Chicago leading the Kings 2-1, and it's all tied up at 2s right now in the third. Eastern League, Reading and Harrisburg games postponed. The Arrows win 7-2. International League, the Iron Pigs and the Rail Riders games are postponed, but Russ Kanzler in left field tonight for Norfolk. He went 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI in the 9-3 win. Big leagues, the Tigers win over the Rays. Astros fall to Baltimore. Boston over Texas. In extras, it's tied at 4 with the A's and the White Sox. The Twins and the Royals are tied at 3, and no score yet for the Yanks and the Mariners. National League, Mets and Nats postponed. Cards win. The Phillies are up in the 8th. The Rockies trail the Padres by 2 in the 6th, and it's scoreless between the Atlanta Braves and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Joe's coming right back. Stick around.
WYLN TV 35 is looking to hire a highly motivated, energetic salesperson for the Hazleton and surrounding areas. We offer a competitive salary and benefits package. Call 956-5772.
Your family's good health begins with a great team. That team is the Alliance Medical Group. We're the first healthcare provider in the greater Hazleton area to offer a fully integrated approach to family and specialized medical care. Our expanding network of more than 30 physicians and specialists are trusted by thousands for routine and complex medical treatments. For a convenient appointment at any of our 15 regional offices, simply call 501-4AMG. Alliance Medical Group. Your health, that's our specialty.
Weatherwood is a privately owned 200-bed nursing and rehabilitation center. Nestled within the quiet town of Weatherly, PA, we offer our residents and their families tranquil and scenic views from just about anywhere in the building. We are located within minutes of Hazleton General Hospital, as well as major metropolitan medical and trauma centers in the Lehigh Valley. Whispering Meadows is a 50-bed secured dementia unit within our facility. Whether you need short-term, long-term, or respite stay, call or stop by today for a tour.
Enjoy the great outdoors at the Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range's Trap, Skeet, and Sporting Clays course. No waiting and no lines. First time shooting? Whitetail Preserve employs certified instructors to help you get the most out of your experience. Hungry? The restaurant at Whitetail has a great menu to satisfy and offers catering for all occasions. Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, approximately 13 miles west of Hazleton and just 1 hour from Allentown, Reading, and the Delaware Water Gap. 118 Boulevard Road, just off the Rockland Road near Rockland. 384-2314.
All that rain down toward the south, which is from Andrea, and she is just going to continue to be a tropical storm. Doesn't look like she's going to become a hurricane. To have winds under 75 miles per hour. In fact, we could bring her a little bit closer to home and zoom in. You can see Florida was getting hit very hard with a lot of rain, but now as she makes her way further toward the north and east, you can see all of the heavier rain being taken with it, and eventually we're going to start to see some of that rain as well. And there's a look at some of the most memorable June hurricanes in the past. Of course, Agnes should really stick out for you back in 1972. So even though June, beginning of hurricane season, still can have hurricanes, and some of them could be quite potent. Live 35 Skycast Doppler, again, a little bit of some rain still across our area, and we're going to continue to have more rain out there. 58 outside our station in Hazleton, 1/3 of an inch of rainfall since the midnight hour. And you see these temperatures throughout the state right now, generally holding in the 50s to lower 60s. Be expecting a cool night out there as the rain moves through from west to east, and eventually some rain from the south make its way toward the north and east. A few scattered showers still around for Saturday, and then that's what we can expect over the next couple of days, 1 to 2 inches. And there's a look at the 7-day extended forecast brought to you by the Wire Guys, a division of Arc Electric. We got the rain around, and it's going to be a little bit unstable over the next couple of days. going into early next week.
Alrighty, so we have Hurricane Andrea, so...
Not hurricane.
I mean, not hurricane, a tropical storm.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if the next one will be maybe Beth, maybe we'll have a Lisa and a Joe. What do you think?
Got to get a couple of other names in there as well to really get everything cranking up.
Doesn't it go girl?
A girl, guy, yeah,
So
they're rotating.
Oh, it'll be a boy's name.
I'm out of luck.
Darn.
Bummer.
Well, you never know. We'll have to wait and see
All
what it'll
right.
be. Maybe it'll be Bob.
I'm infamous enough. I don't need to be a tropical storm named after me.
All righty, well, we'll hope the weather will cooperate for all the big activities this weekend. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.